shot. We can go 5, 4, 3. What's up, Rejects?
What's up?
Welcome back to the Rejects podcast. Live, semi-live from Newport, Kentucky, on the banks of the Ohio, right across from Cincinnati. They hate us because we're good at everything and great at nothing. I fucked it up again.
Man.
I would just take that from the top.
Yeah, let's just start.
I think that's more accurate, though. We are great at nothing.
No, I like that you fuck it up every time.
I know. Then Jesse gets it right.
And then I get to say,
And then you get to say,
where we're good at nothing and great, at everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's true.
So now we'll just have her do it.
We
I
could.
think it's tradition now.
It's tradition. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
3
yeah,
times. You know what I mean? Once you do something 3 times, you can't go back the other way.
It's a thing now.
People expect it.
I
They're
don't
looking
know
forward
if you
to
can
it.
get it right at this point.
I don't think I can. I do it in my head before I come, and it's fine. I kill it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
remember, we're good at nothing and great at everything.
Like, here you go.
And then it comes time, and I can do the rest of it, like, kind of on point. And then
Choke.
we get there, and I choke. Yeah. It's pretty normal. So,
I love
Jesse,
it. I love it. I love it.
let's take these shots, and then we'll hear what this
Yeah.
week's episode's all about.
Let's do it.
Pink shit.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay.
Not gonna lie.
I guess
That was
that's not
absolutely
going to
horrible.
work then. I guess those aren't going to stay on.
No, the lights are not staying on.
Apparently not. You know.
That's all right. That's how we find out things.
What'd you guys think of this, what is this, Bailey's Velvet?
Red velvet.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's
It probably could have used. Honestly, I mixed it with hot chocolate, and that was a lot better. So I probably should have done that for us.
So that was just straight
Wow.
Bailey's Red Velvet there?
Well, no, it was that and vanilla vodka and some whipped cream. I was trying to go for more pink. When
my
you mix it with
God.
hot chocolate, it gets kind of muddy brown. So
Oh, we like
I-
some good muddy brown shots.
yeah, I sacrificed flavor for the visual. So
oh, yes.
yeah, it did sting. But that and hot chocolate is the shit because it's basically chocolate cake, kind of cream cheese frosting. That's all anyone
Tis a
knows from
wintertime
like red
show.
velvet.
fucking red velvet. Yeah, you know.
So we should call it, say,
Well-
Bailey's Red Velvet, brought to you by Hot Chocolate.
Yeah, hot chocolate is where it's at.
All right.
So mix that shit. And I made hot chocolate on the stove and then cooled it down. So then it was basically rich chocolate milk. And then mixed it with that. That was where it was at. I just slammed it.
I'm extremely disappointed that we didn't have that.
Yeah, it was pretty all right, though.
You know, I probably should have tried the shot before I did it, but you know, we all experienced it together.
No big
It's
deal.
okay.
It's got a heart on the top,
Yeah.
It's got a heart. It
which brings us
fits.
to
Bam.
this week.
This week, we've got a very special episode for everybody.
Yes.
What are we talking
Very,
about?
very special episode. It is our Valentine's Day episode, aka Palentine's Day, aka Galentine's Day.
Oh.
We got any more Valentine's Day?
Don't have any more rhymes.
And for you
Fresh
guys
out,
out
you guys
there,
got any?
for everybody out there alone, it's a Valentine's Day.
What's up, dog?
We got some fun topics, though.
Yes.
We got some awesome and funny, embarrassing dating stories. We have a very special Marry, Fuck, Kill segment that should be interesting. And then
Yeah.
at the end of the show, we're going to cap it off. Thank you guys for submitting your questions this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
We picked our favorite. We have some terrible dating advice for you, so stick around. It's going to be a fun show.
Either way, you're going to learn something.
Yeah.
You're going to learn what not to do.
Yes.
Yes.
Most important.
Anything that I say, do the opposite.
So let's start off with how do we feel about today then, I guess.
That's right.
How do you feel about the holiday of Valentine's Day? Josh Story.
Valentine's Day. I mean, I've always been kind of really into it. I mean, I don't know. It's like that one time where I can go out because I mean, that's I don't know. I like surprising the people. You know what I mean? I like surprising my loved ones. So I get to go out and kind of do my surprise thing. Either she'll wake up to some flowers or maybe a teddy bear or something like that. You know, so
Very large teddy bears.
yeah. I started dumbing those down. I mean, early on,
Life-size teddy
the
bears?
teddy bears kept
Yes.
getting bigger and bigger. Eventually, it was like a whole backseat big ass
Are
teddy
you going
bear.
to carnival warehouses to get these teddy bears?
I meet people in back alleys to get these big ass teddy bears.
Well, they got so big, though, that now he just buys these hoodies and he's the teddy bear. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So you like it. You show out for Valentine's Day. Jesse,
Hey,
can you corroborate that?
Yeah.
He shows out.
For sure.
He's a lover.
Absolutely. Well, Josh's love language is definitely gifts. So not
good.
only does he love getting gifts and getting surprised, but he loves getting people gifts. And if he doesn't think it's the best gift, he will get you multiple gifts. So make sure that you do like one of them.
That's true.
I can attest to that. I got multiple gifts for doing your wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I liked them all, you know what I mean? But you're right. Like just like if he didn't like this, he's gonna
He's
like that.
gotta like this one. Yeah. And that's okay.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. What about you, Jay? Valentine's Day? Yay or
Special day?
nay?
It's conflicting because I like to be giving and spontaneous, but I feel like it steals the spontaneity and puts a lot of pressure out there.
Yeah.
Do you
Does it-
feel like there's more pressure for men on Valentine's Day than females?
Sort of, but like sometimes when I've done something on Valentine's Day for someone, then I've probably done it either too early in meeting someone because it just happened to fall then.
Yes.
Like like if you're seeing someone for a month and then all of a sudden Valentine's Day shows up, I did flowers and a card.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of safe,
She broke up with you the next day.
pretty much. she then told me, "Oh, I'm just not ready to date," that sort of thing. It's like, all right, well, thanks for telling me now. I like doing the things
Yes.
that are asked of for Valentine's Day, but I'd rather do them on my own time. That way it's a surprise and all that shit. Sometimes I feel like Valentine's Day is a bit of a trap,
Yeah.
Like you get, because I remember I dated one girl and I was working in restaurants and it was a busy day and I had to travel to see her and it took a while to get out, so I was delayed. So then she had a friend telling her that like, oh, I'm talking to some other chick because I haven't made it there on time. Because
wow,
like,
yeah.
she had-
Wait, her
she-
friend told her this?
Yes.
Like completely made up this story?
Yes. Because she hadn't had a good Valentine's Day, so
That
she was
bitch
already like some type of way about Valentine's Day, and so me not being able to deliver at a specific time
Yes.
fucked me.
Well, you know what?
completely.
Fuck
And I
both
had-
of those bitches.
I'm with you. Like I had
true.
nice things planned, and eventually I made up for it that night. But it was just like, all right, so I'm already starting out behind the 8 ball. You kind of fucked me anyways.
Yeah.
And you're already skeptical of what happens on this day. Like if this was just a Tuesday, any other Tuesday or something in February,
Yeah.
then we'd be fine. But this happens to be today, the 14th.
I don't know. I think
you
she'd
know?
have been miserable anyway. She sounds
Oh,
like a
she
miserable
was.
person.
She was not. She was not awesome.
So,
No.
I got a question for you, Jay. This is not on here, but it just kind of sparked in my head. So
Yeah.
if you like were with a girl, let's say you've been with each other for an appropriate amount of time, you're in love or something like that. What's the Valentine's Day you're gonna plan out for that girl?
Ladies, he's single. Listen up.
Yes. Oh.
It all depends on what they like and what I do well. So
What do you do well? Chop them up?
fucking yeah,
cooks.
I cook.
He cooks.
I cook. So if we're gonna talk about love languages, then I can do that shit.
Yeah.
But no, it's gonna be like ambiance, like making the home a different environment. You
Yeah.
know, I've done rose petals, I've done shit like that.
What?
I've done like meals and desserts and shit. I like to do flowers. I'm good at arranging flowers. I'm good at making heartfelt cards.
You're just a J of all trades. I love this.
I'm good at these things. I just haven't had the opportunity
He-
to do these things.
He fucking
you know?
forges knives and
Yeah.
arranges flowers.
Yeah.
The only problem
You
is,
know?
I mean, you just can't do it if Valentine's Day is like the second day of meeting this girl. I think that's
Yeah.
Agreed. even though it hits you like, are we or aren't we? And is this something? Is this now my first test?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to do this shit now?
Yeah.
Or
That
you
is
know?
kind of a weird thing, though. Right?
It is,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
you know?
okay, a couple days in, it's Valentine's Day.
It's
Like,
like,
what are the
shit.
expectations here?
What do I do now?
And even when someone says, "Oh, don't worry about getting me something," it's like, well, is that real or is it not real?
Yeah.
You know?
I think in
So-
that case, it's just like nice dinner and head on both sides. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's appropriate at that point.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Head is a must on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. It's like it's only been a couple days, but
yeah,
we
right?
both we need
Yeah.
a little head.
And you better at least. I mean, like it's almost
That's
like
the shit Ron do like.
At least one flipping during sex. Like you can't like stay in one position during the sex time, right? You got to at least flip it once, like a pancake. You know what I mean? You cannot. A pancake cannot be complete unless it's at least flipped once. Okay. All right. Remember that, gentlemen. All right. You out there having sex?
I'm 100% with that.
Right?
Put them on the side. Put them on their stomach.
Somewhere. Flip them somewhere.
Lift 'em up.
Okay? Hey, do something. Okay.
I know you can't curl that much, but just use your adrenaline. Dig deep. You can fucking standing up for 30 seconds at least.
It's
Man.
Valentine's Day.
There's never
right?
been a time in my life where I couldn't do it for at least 30 seconds.
Have you ever tried the pile driver? It's Valentine's Day. Bring them shits out,
Put
okay?
your face in the pillow.
God damn.
Ronnie, how do you feel about Valentine's Day?
I like it. I'm kind of similar to Jay though. Like as far as like what I like to do, it's cooking dinner, making the environment different, or go out to a nice dinner. The rose petal stuff. I kind of do that same thing. It's been a while since I've done that. You know what I mean? Like,
You guys really? I just thought this shit was made up. You guys really do that? Rose petals and shit?
But not like
Oh, yeah.
super consistently, you know. So it's all about opportunity.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of sappy like that. You know, I
It's-
like to do stuff like that.
I'll say this.
Dang.
Like, at the beginning of my last relationship, which was like years ago, I did stuff like that. Towards the end of it, I couldn't even fucking tell you what we did on Valentine's Day.
No.
Because, it was
Yeah,
like...
it all blends together.
The newness is what brings out the most creativity.
Yeah.
And the
Definitely,
most
yeah, yeah.
spontaneity.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like
just need a
anything.
different girl every year. Like, that's the way.
I mean, like Cupid's arrow. You know what I mean? Like when you first, like, that first, you got
It's
that
the
little
best.
feeling in there where you're really not sure what you both really are into, and then you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna figure
Is
this
that
out.
problematic though? Like, okay, cool. Like, we're doing all these really special things at the beginning of our relationship, and then after a couple years, you're like, eh.
Yes, I definitely go hardcore early and set.
We know.
the
We
bar.
So yeah, an unfortunate standard for myself is set by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you trailed off. Now you don't give a shit. I'm like, what? No, but
You're being more natural.
Things
you
happen,
You started
you know?
out up here, right? I think, you've got to find your natural state. You know what I mean? Like most people are like, now you're starting to figure out who you really are, and
like
figure out who
you
you
want to be
Yeah.
impressive early on.
Yeah.
So my impressive sometimes is over the top,
If you will.
you know, and depending
No.
on who they've experienced
Yeah.
before, maybe it's like
Yeah.
unprecedented, and
Yeah.
then how do you match unprecedented? Like being a crafty person from a crafty family.
It is pretty crafty, Jay. I
Right?
mean,
Yeah,
coming in
you-
here, we got new
what's that?
artwork.
This
on the
room
wall.
is evolving every week.
It is.
I know.
I know from the
Yeah.
camera angles,
Yeah.
people can't see it, but this room is like,
Yeah.
it is
Probably
the
I'll throw
Rejects
something in there.
podcast studio.
Yeah.
You keep this up, I might give you some.
I can't even keep one light on. You know what I'm saying? I can't
You
even.
kept one light on.
We got one
I got
light.
one
You
light
got
on.
one.
It's
out of
on-
two.
I can't keep two lights
Yeah.
on.
It's on me, and I'm sweating again. So
I'm glad that one's the one that's on because you guys are the ones that need it the most.
But I've like jarred things and then bought burlap and glued it around the glass, and then like did the whole like paper and coffee and burnt the edges, and
This is so cute. Why don't I
Right.
understand what the problem is?
That's
Yeah.
that's really
adorable.
cute. I've never
but,
taken
like,
that
you
much
have to
time.
keep doing
either.
that. You
Yeah.
know,
I made like surf and turf and shit, and like
That's
did some
dope.
rose
Surf and turf
petals.
is good.
Yo,
yeah,
food
yeah.
is definitely my love
Yeah,
language.
Food
Yeah,
is your
yeah,
love
yeah.
language. I mean, that kind
That's
of
not an actual love language, but food for me,
I
like,
think so. I think somebody
Should
making
be.
you a meal is love language, right? I think
it's,
so.
it's an
It's a
active
gift.
surface.
But
Or
there
after
is also
service,
an
yeah.
emotional response to
Yeah.
Mhm.
consuming something. You know,
there
it's
is.
like you provided for me.
What was
Yeah.
that? What was that research that dude told us? That was like when you go out to eat, the act of going out and eating gives you more endorphins than having sex.
Yeah, I think I heard that. Remember that? Yeah, dude was
Do you
talking
remember
about
that?
Yeah.
So there is something to that.
There
like
is, yeah.
brain chemistry, psychology.
Forms of connection helps like bond people because you're
Yes.
releasing all these endorphins
Yes,
and having
yeah.
a good time with them.
Yeah, because you're both out there. You both have a tasty plate. You picked out something, And
well, that's why I like tapas restaurants because they're
You said-
shareable foods.
Shareable
You say topless restaurants?
Yeah,
Yeah,
topless
I love
all the
it.
time.
That's
All
my
the
love
time.
language.
I like
Yeah.
a buffet inside my strip club. All right, if I'm gonna go to a strip club, you better have a buffet.
Love those.
For sure.
No, but what were you saying?
No, it's
You're talking about topless
it's
restaurants.
it's a more engaged food sampling. You know, like
Yeah.
if you went out and you just did appetizers, like you can each pick a couple, and then some of the tapas restaurants I've been to, Like there was one near here called Argentine Bean, and like if you got to know the server, they could stage them for you. So you could kind of like play a game with how you wanted to like bring things out. So you could create your own
That's
4-course
fun.
meal or something like that. And it's only like 4 bites per plate, but for 2 people, that's enough.
Man, I miss
You
going
know?
out to eat.
Yeah.
Right? I know.
I
Like,
miss it. That was like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. That's like what we did.
Every other week, new restaurant.
I mean,
Let's try it out.
I don't know if you know, but you can do that right now.
I
You
can do
can?
it. However, I
won't be
have
the same.
enjoyed saving the money because I
Pretty
would.
much the same.
If I go out to eat, I'm going out to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting appetizers. I'm getting an entree. I'm getting dessert. I'm getting a bottle of wine.
DoorDash has fucked me there.
It's
it
all
does
out
not
there.
allow me to save money.
No.
Unfortunately.
No.
Stop using DoorDash.
No.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Fuck DoorDash.
Just get in your car, drive down, pick up the goddamn meal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're allowed to
But
say
I'm still
that.
paying for the meal.
You're still
Fuck
paying for the meal, but at
DoorDash.
least the people who made the meal get the money, like not some dude in a car, you know?
Well, how about this? Honestly, Domino's is a bigger ripoff. I ordered Domino's the other day. There's a $3.99 delivery fee, and then you want to tip them?
Yeah, but it's like $30 for like, enough food that's going to last you 5 days.
Sure.
Or should last you. I mean, it lasts me about 2.5 hours.
But
Yeah.
it's easy to, it's
why I
easy to
don't
get
order it,
lazy
but-
and sample a restaurant without leaving the house, you know?
We're talking about love languages, right? Like, is that your love language? Like acts of service? Like, clearly you like making things for people or
Oh,
doing
yeah.
things for people.
Always.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Is that what yours is? Do you like when people do that for you as well? Or
No,
is
it feels weird when they do it for me.
words?
Oh, right? That's how I feel, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
How do you feel? That's how I feel.
I feel like it's weird when people like do different things for me. Where I like, you know what I mean? Like, I do like gifts and like things like that, but like, I always feel weird when I open up something. Like, I get home and somebody's being sweet to me. I don't know. Like, I'm like, I like.
Heard that? I will
So-
totally sell that PS5 for $1,000.
My least favorite birthday is my own. If that
One
makes
of
any
those. I got
sense.
you.
All right.
So
Well,
it's
why?
It's nicer to like have given someone something or to be fun and entertaining at someone's birthday.
Mhm.
But when all the attention is on me,
Your love language is quality time, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
all
it
the
is.
time,
Yeah.
quality time,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yep.
Well, Netflix and chill
Intimacy is
action?
a big thing for me,
Yeah.
which isn't always sex, even though sometimes they're kind of
Well, no.
No.
intermingled.
Cuddling
But,
is
like,
good.
Cuddling
Yeah.
is- yeah.
I like cuddling.
Being leg locked on the couch is dope.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I'm big
fucking
spoon.
watch a movie,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
fall asleep while you're there.
I like
you know?
playing board
Yeah.
games
or board games
because I'm
also.
competitive.
Yes,
Bet your
If you didn't know.
Your love language is board games?
Board games.
yes.
My love
Only when
language
I-
is crushing you in Monopoly.
Only when I win. Yeah. exactly.
Like, fuck
It's a
you
hate.
if you
It's a
win.
hate language if I lose.
if you look at our library at home, like 3 or 4 of the shelves are full of board games.
There's plenty.
There's
Yeah.
plenty. Love a good board game.
All sorts of board games.
Yeah. What's your love language, Ronnie? Do we know?
Probably.
Do we all know what the love languages are?
I mean, because
No,
of your
as far as
list, I've heard of them
established
before, but
options,
because of your list,
no.
So-
I think I'm a words of affirmation kind of
Yeah.
guy
Okay.
because I'm emo and I need somebody to tell me that it's okay.
It's okay, Ronnie.
Thanks.
It's okay.
I love you.
Well, we are
Everything
Leos,
is
so
alright.
the attention for
Tell
Leos
me that
is
you're
kind of
alright.
there, you know?
Is it? Are you
Yeah.
a Leo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
What are you?
A Leo.
Leo. Their birthdays are like
Yeah.
what 5 days
We're
apart, right?
lions.
I wasn't sure
I'm
where
the
the part
13th.
is.
What
though.
was
There's
yours
like-
again?
31st. You're
31st.
opposite.
Yeah.
So attention
Wow.
is a big deal,
I know.
you know?
Yes.
It's like, hey, acknowledge me.
I think
I
that's
gotcha.
very
Yeah.
But I don't like too much attention. Like I
No,
want to
no,
be
no,
able to
no.
like have my own time.
I
and all
want to
that.
be
Yeah.
seen.
It's more
but
than just like
autonomous.
I want somebody that's like supportive.
almost like
Yeah,
voyeurism.
whatever.
Like you want them to see you, but like not in front of your face. But you like look at
No.
me from
Well,
afar.
you're a fucking Aries, so
I was gonna get to that.
you're the greatest thing that ever happened to anybody.
That's true. I mean, in my mind,
I thought that's what Leos felt.
I can.
You're similar
Leos
on the
are
zodiac.
a fragile leader if you read anything
Yeah,
about
yeah,
them.
yeah.
you know?
Aries, like,
Basically.
I come
Basically.
in, I make a quick decision, and I'm like, all right, I mean, I'm your leader now.
Aries are like, blah, fuck you. Leo's like, but did they hate me? No? Am I good? I'm good, right? You like me?
Literally my entire life. Literally my entire life. Until I just develop like a cold, hard exterior. And I'm like, I don't care what anybody says about anything. I'm going to take over the entire world.
Why is that guy an asshole? Well, really, I was hoping you'd like me, but you don't like me.
Jay, bring it in for me. Bring it in. Bring it into the mic.
Sorry. Yeah. I thought I was being loud.
You're great. You're doing great. You're doing great. But yeah. For me, I mean, like, I don't need you to love me because I already love me some me. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
That's been established.
We know Josh.
okay, just checking it.
We know Jay Stowe.
Yeah.
So what's your love language, Jesse?
Mine's acts of service.
Yeah.
Anything that you can help me with to take the load off my shoulders, like, I greatly appreciate it. Because if we get into zodiacs, I'm a Capricorn, so I just like to shove all the shit on my shoulders, and I like to do the most. And I'm constantly trying to get better, do better, climb up the ladder, and I spread myself too thin, so when you can help me out, I'm like the smallest of things. Like Josh doing the dishes and making sure the house was cleaned up when I got home, and asked if he could run me a bath the other day. That was awesome. And I said, no, I want a fucking martini and I want to watch TV.
I can make it happen.
What show do you want to watch?
Right? Yeah.
Is asking for help a challenge for you or not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not, it used to be.
Right.
So I used to be very, very bad at asking for help. So I would take on too much and then I would stress myself out. And it was something I had to work on, not just inside of work, but also outside. Because I feel like when it's something that's you're conditioned as a child to do. Because sometimes I feel like,
Fuck you, gonna do it on my own.
yeah,
You know? Yeah.
like exactly. Like if you didn't do it, you let me down. So I'm just gonna do it by myself. And if I've asked you once and you didn't do it, like what's the point in asking again? Because I don't feel heard. And then I just get really fucking mad at you and pissed.
Yeah.
Same. I feel that.
And then I take all that resentment and I shove it down. I don't say anything, and then I just like fucking explode one day.
Yeah.
That is
So
a
sorry,
common
babe.
theme. No, that's-
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And I'm better at it. Am I great at it? Absolutely
No.
not. Am I good at it? No, but I'm definitely better than what I used to be like
No.
15 years ago, 10
Sure.
years ago.
I think
5
so,
years
yeah.
ago.
Like, cause I mean, like from what everybody sees us, like you know what I mean, like wherever I'm at, like Jess is there. I mean, we're like best friends. Like, I mean, you guys know this, right? And like, I mean, like we still
wrote down
work on this
relationship
It's not-
goals.
It was not as it's not as simple as we make it look, right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like
No.
we work on this constantly. I mean, to where,
Yeah.
I mean, like we have discussions about it, we talk about it. I mean, and we just keep growing with it, and that's like, I think the biggest thing with relationships is, you know what I mean, not only grow as each other, but also growing, you know, with each other, and you know,
We really actually suck at it. Don't.
we yeah, like,
We'll go like 6 months just like shoving everything down. We work a lot and we're just like whatever.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, we need to talk.
yeah. You want to talk? I'll fucking
Like,
give you a
let's have
talk.
fun.
I've been dying to talk.
Well, we just want to have fun, right? Like let's have fun. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Maybe there are issues, but like let's have a good time.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know what? Like I think we need to
Yeah. Let's bring it back a little bit.
take a second here.
So I have a question for both of you, which kind of leads us into our next topic, and that is, have you ever been in love? Clearly, you guys are in love, you're married and all this, but what makes this different than other times where you might have felt like you were in love? Like, what makes this work?
For me,
Yeah, you tell me. I'm not sure.
Josh makes it work.
For me, it was more like to where, I mean, like, you know, like early on, I mean, like when you get turbulence, the first year or so, you start getting turbulence where you're like, okay, like, do I need this person? Do I need, I mean, all
Well,
that
the
stuff,
first
right?
year you had a girlfriend, so that was fucked up.
All right.
Wah, wah, wah.
Bad.
Okay. But
She went there, bro.
I know.
You didn't have to say all that. You didn't have to put all of it out
We put
there.
it out
No,
there.
we put it out there. That's what I'm thinking. This
All
right
right.
here for you guys, it might be our podcast. For us, this is therapy. Okay, we all come here.
It was
the
the wrong-
rejects gather every Sunday.
Well, I just asked a very selfish question,
That's
so I
okay.
could get my own advice from you.
I got
Like,
you.
all right, how'd you
He
know?
was dating the wrong Jess. Was the problem.
This is my third Jess, okay? I've had a collection of Jesses. I got Jesses you don't even know about.
So Josh has a type, and it's named Jess.
Yes.
But yeah.
Lucky me.
any other Jess pops up in your eyes, you're like, I'm watching you, bitch.
Listen, bitch.
I see you in the comments, motherfucker.
Jess. Wasn't one of our questions
people
from a
call
girl
you
named Jess?
Jessica.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
We'll get to that later, but
But yeah. But like, well, the turbulence happened to where you got to realize, I mean, like, do I want to be with this person? Is it worth working on myself? You know, I mean, all that stuff, you know? So, like, once you get past that and you actually try to better yourself for that person, at least you know, all right, it's worth it, right? I think that right there is, like, the biggest tipping point to where you realize, like, all right, how will life be without him? Do I need him? And all those good things you ask yourself. We all ask ourselves. That's in every relationship. And we, I mean, when,
Josh started sweating bad during this question.
when that's
I
funny.
just noticed it.
Yeah.
Where's my paper
It's
towel?
cute.
I think you're cute, man.
We'll get you a penny.
I mean, I can grab you some.
No, he's
No,
good.
no, we're
He's
good.
fine.
Get him a penny.
I need a beverage anyway.
Let him complete
No,
his
don't leave,
thought
don't
about
leave.
why he loves
Yeah.
you.
Early in our relationship, we used to give Josh a penny so he could get his emotions out, so he had
I'm
something to
not-
fidget with.
I'm not good at talking about, you know.
That's why I got this pen.
Yeah.
Where's
I'm
my
always fidgeting.
That's good. Thank you, sir.
Continue your thought.
Well, while he's wiping his forehead off, what makes this different from past loves that you had?
Co-shits.
You guys shit together?
Co-shits. So
Door open?
let me... Well, we do have 2 bathrooms, so that's. I'm not saying that hasn't happened before.
Oh, yeah.
But what I mean by that, when I met Josh, I just started grad school, and I remember he came over at like 9 a.m. with a 6-pack, of course. Started drinking.
Was it Beast still?
No, he graduated to Beast. I didn't know that was I didn't know that was possible.
What's
Yeah.
before Beast?
Well,
Old
your-
English or
so,
something?
no, your idea of graduating is opposite. So it
Yeah.
started with
He
like
went
Sierra
down.
Nevada Torpedo, and it went he
yeah.
graduated to Beast.
Less of a graduation, more of a dropout.
He was like, why am I spending all this money? You know?
It's
Fuck it.
cheaper,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
all does the same
Yeah,
thing.
it does the same thing.
No,
Oh,
so I
yes.
was reading this article about relational dialectics, and essentially, he's like,
Yikes.
yeah, he's like, what the fuck are you reading? And I was like, well, basically, you know, it's just dialectics is talking about how like 2 separate entities and how like the tensionality between the 2, like it's both and he's like, oh, so co-shits, right? And I was like, wow, I'm like, that actually makes a lot of fucking sense. Like, why am I reading this 30-page academic paper? Like, it's co-shits. Like, for me, like, we both, when we met, we shared a lot of the same trauma and experiences growing up.
Yeah.
And we had a chance to really connect and talk about those things. And I felt like he really understood where I was coming from. And, you know, as our friendship progressed and into a relationship and over a couple years, like the thing that like was different about my relationship with Josh was that no matter how awful or down I was or whatever shit I was going through, he was there and he was always supportive. And like, he always built me up. Like, that's Josh no matter what. Like, he's going to build you up. And I never had that before in a relationship. And like, it was very different and very special. And like, working through grad school, I've like all my mental breakdowns in grad school. I remember just like chain smoking Newports out of my apartment in grad school. And like, he came over and he was just like, dude, like, if this were easy, anybody would do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you're right. Like,
That's some Josh shit to say.
that's some Josh shit to say, but like always there building you up no matter what. Like, always has my back. And I think that's really important in a relationship is like, you're gonna get fucking dirty. And your dirt is your partner's dirt. And you have to be willing to share that messiness and be willing to stay there. And whether it's support in silence or a hug,
Or
you have
redirection.
to,
you know?
have to make that choice. And sometimes you're in a relationship and that person's shit is too much. And it's okay to leave.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is when you actively make that choice to stay because you care about that person so much that you accept their shit. It's co-shits.
Co-shits.
Full circles, co-shits, baby.
God damn, I never heard anything so great in my life.
Co-shits. Because it praises this motherfucker, but yeah.
And it talks
Good
about,
job, co-shits.
and it talks about shit.
Yeah,
like, I'm
exactly.
like, it's perfect.
I didn't even think about it like that, but yeah.
I did good. I did good.
I did. I did good.
Are you sure he's not a Leo? You know what I mean?
I've thought it multiple times, but he is more in Aries because he reminds me of my sister. So fire
yeah.
all time.
Fire.
Are we going to war? Are we going to war?
We're all fire signs.
Yeah,
So, I don't know. Are you a fire sign?
I don't know.
But like Leo is
What's
fire
like
and water.
No, I think
'Cause it's
Capricorn.
Like, I feel
Pretty sure that's a
sad,
fruit.
but you're all
Fruit
fire
sign.
all the time.
I'm a
Like,
Vegetable
goat.
sign.
Like, do you have a problem? You
Cornucopia?
Somebody trying to fight you? Let's go get it. Right?
All right.
am I?
We're having like 8 different conversations
Yeah, we're
between
good.
4
I'm
people. right now.
never looking for a fight, but if a fight arises, there you go.
Jay, have you ever been in love, bud?
I don't know. I would have thought my first long-term relationship was in love, but I feel like it was the first person that like hung on to me. So I don't know if that's love, like they were there. I enjoyed a lot of the time that we spent together, and I feel like I unloaded what I thought about myself before that was I would be an awesome boyfriend if I got the chance, right? And she was there, however I would say that, but I liked her. She was interesting.
How old were
all this
you?
other stuff.
You were in love, baby.
I was 23. I don't think
She
it
was there.
She was
No,
there.
it wasn't. So
you were 23 years old. Okay, yeah, so you're, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But, like,
so,
I feel like I unloaded all of my effort during that one. It was like it was also kind of it became long distance, not super long distance, but from like Lexington to here.
that's long
and
distance.
It is long distance, but I would make the effort to drive even at like 9 at night.
Would
to
she
get
do
here.
the same for you?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck her.
Yeah, I know. But like I felt like I unloaded all my romantic efforts, and it still wasn't enough because whatever.
She probably just wasn't the right person.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's okay.
But then I met someone else down the line who was in a different place, but who I definitely vibed with hardcore. And if there's like a question on chemistry or whatever,
Oh, we do have a question
exactly.
about that.
this was like
It's
this was
science.
super cool. It was like being seen and like having someone that I can like always talk to and like making me actually laugh, not just like me entertaining
It's
your
important.
jokes,
Yeah.
And it all happened in a short amount of time. And my reference to Valentine's Day and doing the flowers. This is the person, right?
How long were you guys together?
Like 2 months, if you can count that, because
Well, sure,
she's
it
the one
counts.
that told me I'm not in a place to date or whatever when I did the Valentine's Day thing, and which has been a consistent theme. Like everyone I've been super interested in has told me that. But
Well, I love you, Jason.
I love you all too.
Jason, I love you.
But no, like that.
I
one,
love you too.
That one. Thank you. That one felt real, and that's the one.
When Jess said it,
When I was like, wow.
What the fuck?
Wow, we were.
No, this
Wowie.
chick. This
Well, have a
chick.
fight right now.
Like our interaction
cares?
hit every metric that I like. Every box you set for yourself. Like, how do I know? Let me set these things.
Yeah.
Like
You don't know.
you don't know, but shared interests, like easy to communicate, makes me laugh. We enjoy each other's time. Like reaches out and like cares about me. Has said things to me about how this feels different than other times, and yet you still get the whole I'm not ready to do this.
Do you feel
thing.
betrayed when somebody does that
Yeah.
to you?
Absolutely. It's happened 3 times. And it's always been the people I thought I was interested in.
Yeah.
Because, like, divorced parents, whatever else.
I
So,
love that everybody's smoking cigs right now. Like, this
Yeah.
is super fucking heavy.
No.
Well, you
Give me a cig.
Don't tell my mom. All
This
right?
is the topic.
Don't tell
right?
my mom.
Well, you start talking about
She listens.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, my parents are all about it.
Dude.
My parents are cool as shit.
I sent it to my dad last night.
I don't want
sent
my
him the
dad to
link.
hear about unsolicited titties.
I sent my dad the link
It
last
was
night
easy.
on like some straight up drunk shit. I'm like, hey dad,
wow.
like straight up, like I'll let you know what's going on. Like we're swearing, we're drinking, but I like doing this with my friends. I just want to let you know what I'm doing.
What up, Mr. Stowe?
Right? I call him Pops. You know what I mean?
Pops.
Right?
What up?
He's a good
Pops,
dude.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and like
He's a
Pops
good
will be
dude.
there no matter
good
what.
dude.
Like whatever's going on with me, Pops takes care of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
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 Hell yeah.
Not to interrupt Jay's story, because I think that happens a lot of the time in relationships, and I think men feel like, oh, well, why did you just drag me along for a couple months and then be like, well, I'm not ready for a relationship. Were you not ready for a relationship 6 weeks ago? Like, and also, like, how serious is this going? Like, we don't have to, like, say we're not getting married or anything here. Like,
Yeah.
let's
Right.
just continue to hang
Let's
out.
have
Like,
fun.
you and I fucking hung out for a long fucking time.
I did not know what I wanted at the time. You didn't know what you wanted at the time. It took
No.
so long till we realized, like, oh shit, this is my bitch. You know?
I think that's the way good
She down
relationships
ass.
start.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Honestly.
Yeah.
I agree. It's the confession that changes the dynamic,
Yeah,
because she had told me things like, this feels way different than what I'd experienced before, and twice it's happened where
And that means something.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
heavy. Meaning.
and twice it's happened where like similar personality types, but like coming out of a relationship, have told me that they ended their relationship because of me, but not because of me. You know, like, it's not to start a relationship with you, but like, you made me think
It's not
something
you, it's
else.
me.
Yeah, whatever.
That
But-
bullshit.
kind of, but it's like, all right, now you're hanging out with me, and the first time was like hanging out, but the second time was, all right, we've said things that are serious now,
yeah.
and then you want to pull back, and it's like, well, what am I supposed to do with that?
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of changes like how you think about relationships, especially if like my formative years seeing relationships with parents and stuff like that weren't so great. So I'm already skeptical, but it's like, this feels like real juice, right?
Your parents
like,
still together?
No. They divorced when I was 3.
Josh, your parents are still together.
Yeah. I mean, my parents, they've been together my whole life. They got married after their first 3 kids. I'm the 4th. We have 5. Well, D'Amico's my half brother, so there was something there. You know what I mean? To where he was always around, but I mean, my father had a baby with someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
But your
I-
parents have always been together since.
Yeah.
And they
Yes,
still are together.
and yeah, I think that right there shows like true love, to where there was like a moment there when I was like in 6th grade where they almost split up or whatever, and then I remember like coming home, and Dad was on the couch, and I mean, like, he had his out, he had a chance to leave, he had everything. You know what I mean? He was like working at P&G, he had the whole world ahead of him, and straight up, he stayed with us, and I love him for that. Like,
Your
you know what I mean?
dad is
He's a-
so much like my dad.
He's a goddamn boss, right? I'm like,
Dads
straight up,
need to
yeah.
be best
Like,
friends,
Thank you, Dad.
honestly.
Thank you, Dad, for sticking around. I mean, like, a lot, like, straight up, I want to like put a black card on it, but I mean, a lot of black kids don't have dads. You know what I mean? And he stuck it out. He
Yeah.
did it. He did his goddamn job. You know what I mean? Not to take anything from my mom. She's amazing as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah,
you need a father in the home.
exactly.
You don't
right?
have to have a father at home. Not saying that if you don't have a father at home, you're not going to be successful or anything,
Yeah.
but it helps.
But every ounce of him made every
Yeah.
ounce of me, right? And I think that's who I am today. And I think, you know what I mean, no matter what, I'm going to be here. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
You are a very
yeah.
loyal
Yeah.
friend.
Right? Yeah, like no matter what, you know what I mean?
Very
Like,
loyal
you stick
person.
it out, you figure out what the hell's wrong, and you put it all forth, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Pops.
Ronnie, your parents are
Never
Not.
really been together. I have no memories of my parents together. They were married when I was born. Within the first year of me being born, they divorced. My stepdad has always been there with my mom. They're still together. I call him dad as well as my dad. I love my dad too. But yeah, my grandparents are divorced. Like, and they didn't do that
Oh,
back
wow.
then. Yeah, I come from a long line of getting divorced. I think I might have avoided my first divorce and already had it just without the paperwork, personally.
Yeah, we've all done that.
So, so good for me.
Not all of us.
Yeah. so good for me. But yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. It changes the way you look at relationships.
It really does.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why, earlier what I was saying, when I'm not getting the attention I want, and I'm like, cool, well, I'll just become cold steel and not let anything in, is because it's like all of those fears of like, this is gonna.
You need to be hot steel. Warm steel?
baby.
Right? What about lukewarm steel?
Real steel.
That sounds boring.
Stupid fucking movie.
I don't work like that. I work in extremes.
I like that.
I work in like, I'm super into this, or like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my two modes, which is not healthy.
No, that's a switch. It's a switch I know.
That's the truth. Like,
Oh yeah.
When
but
is
you
there
kind of learn that as a kid.
You do,
know?
but when is there, because I feel the same way, and like we all have these traumas that we've experienced in our formative years. Like, when is it a good time to be like, you know what, this pattern of behavior is not working for me? Because honestly, before I met Josh, I was in some fucking shit relationships for sure. And, we dealt with that the first couple years, working through that. Both of us.
Yeah.
And then, what's the time when you're like, you know what? I need a new behavior. I need some new norms for myself to get myself out of these old patterns of behavior that maybe were working for me at a point in time, because all habits are just something that your brain is telling you to protect yourself, right? They're defense mechanisms.
Exactly.
They're coping mechanisms. And at one point in time, those things served you, right?
Yeah.
They did. They're survival instincts.
Mm-hmm.
But there comes a point in time when you need to say, like, you know what? These survival instincts aren't working for me anymore, and I need to create something different. Like, your brain doesn't think, oh, this is a bad habit, this is a good habit. They say familiar or unfamiliar. And you're like, this is familiar to me because I saw this growing up, and that is what I know. However, if I am going to grow as a human and as an individual or in a relationship, I need to understand that I need newness, I need change, and I need to change that in myself. And I think, for me, before I jumped into another relationship, I needed to understand myself and me as a person before I entered into something new. Like, I needed to love me before I could love somebody else. And I think that's really important.
1,000%. That's like what I'm going through right now. Because I've realized that about myself, having long relationships, I've had a lot of different relationships with women over my life. And that's what I'm going through right now, is like, this isn't going to work until I like myself. And if I don't like myself, like, it's not going to work.
I think a lot of the times females, though, just assume that men don't think that way.
I agree.
I think about a lot of things, females.
Because
Surprise,
That's
bitches!
all these
Ronnie B,
females are-
thank you.
I got thinking.
Yeah.
but to your point of saying all that stuff, I didn't realize that till I was 30, and I did.
Yeah.
I'm 29.
All right, so
And this is where I'm thinking about it. I mean, it's right on cue, man.
The first time I signed up for like a psychiatry session, and she said the very same things to me. It's like
That I said?
Yep, the way I've been behaving.
Shit, I'm in the wrong biz.
Exactly.
Okay.
Jess will not be here next week. She'll have her own.
This is my therapy. You have to come.
Do my doctorate.
This is my therapy.
That's what I'm saying, right? This is what we do.
I'm not comfortable enough to say I'm actually going to therapy, so I just started a podcast.
That's what.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
It's rejects therapy.
no, her thing was all about feeling safe, right?
Yes.
You develop patterns of behavior to feel safe.
Yes.
And that for me, being in between homes and all that stuff, and then my dad moved away when I was 10, so we had to do more long distance stuff. It's like you find a way to behave or to compartmentalize things to feel safe. when you don't feel safe, you react a certain way, And a lot of what I had learned as a child to kind of protect myself wasn't serving me as an adult,
For sure.
And it probably still is latched on, But it's like, all right, there's definitely an emotional knee-jerk reaction when you feel like this person maybe is pulling away. And do I always think that I'm going to be rejected at some point, right?
Yeah.
So then you kind of react sometimes. Sometimes you cut things off early because you're like, well, fuck you. You're not, like I'll step away before you step away from
You
me,
go
right?
cold steel on them.
Cold steel,
Cold steel,
like,
baby.
It's an easy move, but it leaves you in the same place you've always been in.
It's very easy.
And
relationships aren't easy.
No. Yeah.
They're fucking hard.
Agreed.
So that brings us to what is the secret to a healthy relationship?
I thought we were talking about that shit at the end.
Oh,
The
it was
secret?
next on the list. You're right. I did say that the other day.
You did. You said
But
yesterday.
I'm
You're
I'm
moving on.
listing it
I'm
up right
fucking
now.
with you, dude.
And we just went into it
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
naturally.
Yes.
Thanks. I need that
Are
reassurance.
you asking us?
I got
what
your
the
back,
secret
baby.
I'm
to a
asking you two what a healthy
relationship
relationship is. Clearly,
true.
Jay and I have not figured that shit out.
So that's the problem, though, is that there isn't.
There's no
There
secret.
isn't a secret.
Every relationship is different. Every woman is different. You cannot treat your woman like you treated the
you
last
can't
two
treat
you were with.
all the Jesses
You-
the same.
I'm
Jesses
outta
have
here.
different
We're done.
traits.
We're fucking done.
All my
No,
Jesses are different.
Right?
It's probably a simple answer, but a hard thing to execute, right?
I think the simplest thing you can do is find out what it is that your partner needs from you, right? And then find out and then let them know what you need from them and then kind of work from there. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be like, all right, boom, Jess needs services. I need gifts.
I need the service.
Right? She needs services. I need gifts, right? I thought you said that was like the type of, I don't know. I read someone.
She did. You're right. You're doing good.
That rewrote?
There's a
Keep
menu
going.
of services.
I'm like an old Buick broken down in the parking lot.
That you bad?
Towed away
These are
Towed
oil
away.
change,
for $350.
filter change,
Do I have the wrong
tires
notes?
rotated.
Somebody at Ron Burgundy did it.
I'm just looking for my blue Civic out
They
there. I'm
wrote
just
a-
looking for my girl that's my blue Civic. You know what I mean at this point?
Somebody
Right.
Tired of
wrote
the
in
old
the
Buick.
teleprompter. If you wrote in the teleprompter, I'll say it. But no. Yeah. So yeah, I just gotta figure out. Like what each other wants, and then try to find out, trying to work together towards that. I think the biggest thing right there is to make sure you're not going like over bounds. You know what I mean? Like don't extend yourself to the point to where you feel like you're giving your partner way too much if you're not receiving anything back, because that's ultimately going to make you upset, right?
Yes, yeah.
Right. And then also, just like let them know, like be open. I think being open is the biggest thing if we're like going like tit for tat. Like
So is that communication?
yes,
Sure,
and
of
she's a
course.
master of it.
Well, that's how I feel. Is communication
Yeah,
is key in relationships.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's also a willingness to participate, right? Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Don't shut down when they say like, "Hey, babe, I'm mad that you did this, right?" Like, babe, I'm mad you left your damn socks in there. You didn't fucking wash them. I'm like, oh shit, like
Josh ain't been washing his socks recently.
I threw them in a corner for a while.
So
right?
side story.
Yeah. I threw my socks on the side of the couch. Right?
So
When I run out of socks, I grab my socks, I throw them in the wash, and then I have socks again. Okay?
How many socks are we talking about?
I buy socks a lot. I probably have like.
Hundreds
I
of
bought socks yesterday.
I bought, like,
Just a pile of 100
No,
stinky
okay,
socks.
so yes. So
bad,
side
yeah.
story. So
Oh.
okay, so maybe this is like a symbolic narrative of
Yeah.
a relationship.
Yeah.
However, Josh will leave his socks on the ground no matter what. Whenever I wake up, there's a fucking pair of socks on the ground when I wake up. It's like your cat bringing you like a dead mouse. I'm like I did this for you, so you could put them in the wash for me. And it's like fucking infuriating. So, after we talked about this, after asking a million times and it's still not happening, I, to no surprise, get passive aggressive. So what I did was
surprise.
I kept taking all the dirty socks and I put them in his workbook bag. So he would take said book bag to work with like 50 dirty socks in it. But
That's a pretty clear message.
But being Josh,
I am not passive aggressive. I don't know.
he's
I'm
not passive aggressive. He's aggressive aggressive. He doesn't even notice that every single day I am putting a new pair of dirty socks in his fucking work bag. Until one day, I'm like, dude, look in your fucking work bag. He's like, I need to go buy some socks. I don't know where they all are.
Buy more.
Open them. Open the bag. They're all in there. I don't know where this was going. But the secret to a healthy relationship is definitely communication.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a little thing like that, your intention is absolutely not to make me feel unheard by not picking up the socks. His intention is, well, you know, I'm just leaving these socks here. Like, it's not a big deal. I'll pick them up later. But the impact it has on me is, fuck, I keep fucking picking up your dirty socks. I'm not your mom. Pick your fucking socks up.
And for me, early
but it
on,
means so much more.
Lucy used to, like, no matter where I put my socks, she used to rip them up. So I was like, you know, that used to be a Lucy snack. Where I get home,
Lucy's the dog. For those that don't know,
Yeah.
she rips up my socks, and
not their daughter.
and I go buy new ones. Okay,
She's our daughter.
yeah, she's pretty much
Your dog daughter. Yeah.
right.
But she's not
The
a human. Is all I'm
secret
trying
to
to
She's a
healthy
mailman, baby, because she's
relationship.
redheaded. I don't know where
To
she
go back to
What you
the
been doing?
original question
Where you been?
You nasty.
is laughter.
Yes.
You have to make each other laugh. There are a million secrets to a healthy relationship, but there are some important ones. And the first one is you have to make each other laugh. And do not be the only one entertaining.
Yeah.
I
True.
hated past relationships, and
Yes.
maybe you guys can attest to this.
Yes.
I hated
Yeah.
past relationships where I was the entertainer.
Yes.
Yep.
And the other person was just fucking boring. It's like,
It's
you
fucking
entertain?
exhausting.
It's
Yes.
exhausting.
Yes.
It's emotionally
Exhausting.
exhausting. It's physically exhausting. It's like,
Yeah.
Yes.
dance for me, monkey. Like,
Yeah.
Yes. I've been in multiple relationships. I'm at the point
And why
where
am I with you and you're boring as shit or
Yeah.
whatever? You know, like you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'd rather you cheat on me than fucking bore me, okay? Like, at least bring some kind of risk into the relationship. To where
That
I'm
sounds
like,
exciting. You cheated on me?
oh,
With
Something
who?
new.
Was it LeBron?
like,
Please
just
tell
don't
me
bore
it
me.
was LeBron. Can you tell me all
Was it
the
LeBron?
details?
Did
Tell me
he
about
fuck you
LeBron's
or
guy.
did you fuck him?
Who was the pursuer?
Have you been in a relationship where you're just the entertainer?
Probably, yeah. But those relationships eventually drag me down to where I can't even entertain myself.
Yeah.
You know, I just
kinda
lose. I just want to sleep. Like my last relationship, which was probably the most significant relationship I had. Unfortunately, the last couple years, and especially like the last few months, it was like every time I was around her, I was just tired all of a sudden. Like I literally just wanted to sleep. And I'd be fine, and then as soon as I got around her, I wanted to take
I
a
think you were
nap.
depressed.
Yeah, but
I
like,
think that's called
but
depression.
it was tied to that. You know what I mean? Like,
That's wild,
it was
dude.
tied to that. It was like as soon
Y'all
as
need
we
to
hung
listen
out,
to Ron.
Sorry.
Y'all-
they don't gotta listen. To me.
The second key to a healthy relationship is listening.
I
Nobody
tried
listens to
not
me. That's why I'm so
interrupt.
tired. Wonderful. Just gonna take a nap real quick.
He's like, oh, the Sopranos are on. Sopranos are on.
The Sopranos are on. I gotta go sleep.
I gotta get to bed.
All right, I'm here. I'm present.
Yes. I'm sorry. I tried to without letting anybody know that I needed a cigarette.
I'm just dense.
Motion at Jay to
I'm
grab
dense. Like it just didn't register. I was like, why does he want an empty shot glass? I don't get it. Sorry.
It's a communication thing.
It
Yeah.
is, right?
I'm with you. I love you. I appreciate you.
You're not even looking at me.
Look at me.
Sometimes it's easier to listen if you're not like looking eyeball to eyeball, but I'm with you.
I don't think
That's cool.
right.
I think I kind of said what I was gonna say already, anyways. So
Ron got super fucking
didn't-
sleepy at the end.
at the end of my last relationship, I would just want to fall asleep every time I was with her. And it's like, I mean, it's not her fault. It was just we were with each other a long time, and we shouldn't have been.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and I got fucking tired, man. I got so
Literally
tired,
and figuratively.
literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
And wish her well, all that shit.
Yeah,
people.
that's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I wish no harm on any of my exes.
Any of your Jesses?
None of my Justins. I wish them better lives than me. You know what I mean?
What's
That's
funny
it.
is my ex's name was Josh, so it was fair.
Yeah,
Man, all right.
there it is.
Yo.
Fucking
Patterns
weird,
of
right?
behavior.
I know.
Yeah.
Served me well.
I've never duplicated names
Oh, you never?
somehow.
My names are always pretty unique. I mean, the last
New
one,
York.
Unique New York.
the last one was pretty normal. But I've dated like the first two were like a Destiny and a Summer. You know what I mean? Just stripper
You
names.
dated strippers, yeah.
Stripper names. Yeah, but I was in like high school, so they weren't actually strippers.
Yet.
I had a.
I'm
Right.
joking. Destiny
No,
Summer, I'm sure you're
They're,
out
they're
there.
both good girls.
They're both
out there
lawyers.
happily married.
Yeah, doing all
Right.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're chilling.
Yeah.
There was a Jaren, a Kelly, a Kayla. you know?
Jaren.
Jaren.
That sounds like an NFL football player.
she would
Joven?
say her name is like Karen with a J.
Oh, fuck.
wow.
So that gets me into deal breakers.
Oh, she was
That is
awesome.
a
though.
deal
No,
breaker
no,
for me.
She was cool. She
What,
was cool.
stupid names?
Stupid name. What's your deal breaker,
Dumb
Ron?
phrases that people say. Like,
Ron, all right. You're sitting here. you
Well,
meet a
no,
girl-
like no one understood. Like it was like
Oh, go ahead.
her name was Jaren. Like
I got you.
How
I got
many-
a friend named
We're gonna spend a
Vanessa,
lot of time on
and
Jared. On
everybody
Jared. We're
says
gonna talk
her
about
name.
let's talk about
Jared.
let's talk about Jared for a while.
So you want to talk about deal breakers? What's my deal breaker?
Yeah, what's your deal
Oh,
breaker?
yeah,
picky
yeah.
eaters.
I'm
picky
sorry.
eaters. Sorry.
Cocaine addicts.
Cocaine addicts?
Oh, no,
Wow.
That was the first thing that came into my mind. Like, we're
Just
together
bam.
and you get addicted to cocaine. Like, that's pretty much when I check
We've
out.
been on a bender or two. You know?
I'm not talking about one or two benders. I'm talking about, like, 8 balls in the house.
Yeah, you don't bring them home. You don't bring them home, all right? You're out there, whatever you do with your guys, right? You do your benders out there.
You know
come
what?
home.
Yeah.
Co-shits, Ronnie. Like,
Exactly,
you don't want
right?
none of that, you leave.
You leave,
That's
right?
I'm not
okay.
fucking with that co-shit.
Deal
You know what I'm
breaker.
saying?
Not at
That's
all.
a deal breaker for me.
You
Oh,
got
yeah.
any other petty deal breakers?
Yeah, I mean,
Ron?
yeah, like a little bit
That's
less
really the
than
only
that.
one I could think of.
Wow. You hear that, ladies? As long as
God
you're not
damn.
I'm pretty
fucking
open to
addicted
flaws.
cocaine.
I'm pretty. I understand that humans are flawed, so I'm pretty
Yeah.
accepting of people. You know what I mean? If we
Yeah.
talk about it, especially if I can understand where you're coming from.
Yes.
Well,
I can-
Drug addicts
I'll
are
give you a
an
bunch
issue.
of petty deal breakers.
unacceptance is a big one. You know,
Unacceptance.
well, yeah, for me,
that's an
definitely.
easy one.
You know what I mean?
But picky
Me being
eaters
black and
You're
is
all
black.
up there.
Yeah. You accept me?
Fucking eaters.
Picky eaters. Yeah, that's
Picky
I'm
eaters?
with you.
Annoying. You're gonna
'cause you're a
change.
cook.
You're gonna
Yeah,
change
yeah.
my cuisine because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got fucked up shit.
I don't think I've
talk
ever.
to pepperoni bacon ranch over here when I first met him.
That
Bro
sounds
didn't even
delicious.
eat an olive.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, no. I just
But,
ate a peanut butter
I mean-
sandwich on whatever the side you were cooking.
However, like one
real.
thing
Just in
I've
case.
tried to entertain, especially through like online dating, is like
Yeah.
vegetarians. But
Vegans.
vegans are. But like, if they're militant about their shit, it's like
People with
God,
gluten
you are really
allergies.
fucking this up for me. But
Dude, there are plenty of pasta dishes you can make without meat.
so I am now responsible for this shit.
Shits.
For me personally, it is.
I don't even know this person, and there's already an obstacle. You don't like bacon? Like, what the
that.
fuck is wrong with
I
you?
feel you on that.
You
Yeah,
know?
for me personally, it is right. Can be boring, and you also like have to have some bit of positivity in you. I need
Yeah.
positivity. That's like
Oh,
what
yeah.
I thrive on.
A little
I
fire.
live, eat, drink.
Yeah, if you're a fucking drain,
I-
forget about
Well,
it.
that's the
Exactly,
thing.
right?
I'm like, I
But
match
that's for everybody,
energy.
right?
I match energy.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah,
energy's
yeah,
coming at
yeah.
me,
Right?
I
Yeah.
throw it right back, and I'm good at it. So
Yeah.
if
Yep.
it's positive,
Yeah.
we're having a good time.
Here we go,
But as
right?
soon as it goes negative
all right, yeah.
or boring or whatever, I'm like, what do we?
What do they come on?
And then I'm asleep.
Exactly.
You're like, I'm ready to go home now.
Then I'm just sleeping, man.
You know what I hate?
Mm.
I fucking hate Audis. I think they're gross. That's a deal breaker. For
Audi
me.
the
belly
car?
buttons?
belly buttons.
Belly buttons.
I hate Audis and I hate people who drive Kia Souls.
Souls. God damn. I do
And
hate
anybody
people
who still hangs out in Mount Adams.
Except for our little, we got some little boys that live in Mount Adams. Like you and I know. You guys are good. You're
Oh,
young.
okay, I didn't know that.
You're
cool.
young. You're
Yeah.
killing it.
Cool.
You're probably not
You're
listening.
Probably
but you might
doing
be.
stuff. Yeah.
If you're 34 and still hanging
Get
out
the
with Mount
fuck out of
Adams,
there.
I don't
Yeah, right? Like, what are you doing being almost 30 still
Why are you
living in
at
Clifton?
Longworth's Tavern?
Why are you still hanging out on Calhoun
Period.
in your 30s, all right? If you're in your 30s hanging out in Calhoun, get the fuck out of there.
Gross fingernails? Ew. Deal
Gross.
breaker.
Yes.
Gross.
Okay. Yeah.
I bite my fingernails. Is that gross?
Check this. I went on a date with this girl one time,
Ooh.
Check it.
and
one time.
we had a. It was definitely one time, but
That's why it's a deal breaker.
we had a decent meal, and then we were like exiting, and I'm in front of her, approaching the door to leave, and she stops, and I was like, "You good?" And she went like,
She's waiting for you to open the door.
"No." She did this. She went, like stomped her feet and went. I'm like, and I was like, wait, what? She's like nodded towards the door. I'm like, I'm fucking getting it.
You're already in front of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you need to now act like a child to make sure I'm chivalrous. What the fuck is this?
I feel like I could fall in love with that girl.
She won't be boring. She'll have these little tantrums.
Hey, that's why it never works out for me.
Terrible.
Like the meaner they are, the more I'm interested. You know what I'm
No, fuck that shit.
But you thrive off positivity.
saying? Well,
You are very confusing.
Yeah.
I probably need therapy.
You're here, baby. Let
here.
it all out. Let it all out.
That's her.
That's fucking weird.
That's awesome.
No shit.
Mm.
I would have opened the door.
And fucking slam that bitch in her
I would have
face.
went to the other side and shut it behind me. I would have shut it behind me and left her in there like she wouldn't do anything.
And then like put your mouth up against the window like
Yeah, I know. No, it was so stupid.
dude, that's fucked up.
so did you open the door?
I ended up having sex with her, but still.
Open more doors than one. Then
Whenever one door shuts, the other door opens.
That's when he went into door number 2.
The long-term ideal fractured there, but like, it's still the night.
I got
so,
you. Yeah,
Hey, you still had to finish.
How old was she?
Not young.
Not young.
Light
Not
number
young.
2's off.
Light number two
The
is off.
darkness.
This is where we get heavy.
It's gonna get real weird in here.
Have you dated? So I mean, you've dated younger females?
I've been on dates with younger females. Yes.
Yeah, I know this is usually a topic of discussion for our friend group. But what's the difference there? Like, what's the difference between dating somebody within your age range and then maybe somebody who's a little younger?
A respect for time. So even
Like, you're
if
closer to death than they are.
yeah,
I'm gonna die soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
die in 20
We need to
years.
figure this out in like the next 15
so like
minutes.
I just don't know how much time I'm about to be diabetic. So
Do you mean like time, like arriving on time, or like
yeah, time in
Come
general.
bad at
So
that.
like time is our most scarce resource, right? Or most precious resource. Whatever. Can't get it back. I will say that younger people subscribe to fantasies of they can just let things drag on and whatever, and maybe I
about the
kind of
lamp?
like this person, but I don't really know, so I'm not gonna.
I think at the end of the day,
All right, so guys, we had our studio is limited at this point. You know what I mean? I got like
trying.
my B gear here, and
do what we can.
but we're killing it. So we had to
We
take
got
a little
reject
break.
gear.
Yeah.
But we were talking about, Jay was talking about the difference between dating 30-somethings and 20-somethings.
Yeah.
So let's hit it, Jay. What were we talking about?
Time.
The respect for time.
Respect for
So
time.
extrapolate.
I did not get more.
So I think that
I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
I think 20-somethings are like freshly removed from high school when it's like, well, maybe if things didn't work for you in high school, you'll figure yourself out in your 20s. I know that when I was growing up, it was always like, in your 20s, that's when you do it. That's when you'll be able to experiment and do all your things, and then you'll eventually find yourself. And I think you think of like that decade as if it's going to last, or it's a long time to figure shit out. But then you get into your 30s and people stop doing you've got time and you're young. They're like, you're in your 30s now. It's like, why aren't you married? And why don't you have kids and all that other nonsense?
Yeah, but don't you think that's like a shitty cultural expectation that's like that puts pressure on people that's unnecessary?
I agree. There is the pressure.
but it's still real.
It's still real. And I feel like if you've experienced your 20s, you've probably done enough things to realize
And
that
enough people.
to be like, all right, if you're thinking about relationships,
So true, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I had to get my whoring days out of my system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We all did.
Yeah.
but like through that, you're probably thinking of like, if you're into your 30s and you want a relationship, you're like, well, how long would it take for me to get married? You're probably like, all right, well, I need to find someone that I really like, that I don't want to waste my time with. And then that's probably going to take a year or two for me to figure out, do I really want to spend my life with this person? And then it's going to take more time to think, like, do I want to build a family and all this other shit? So that's like, you're thinking like 5 fucking years or something like that, right? So if you're engaging with someone early on and you're like, okay, maybe, kind of, I don't know. So if you're in your early days, you're like, I've got all the time in the world. People have always told me I have all the time in the world to figure my shit out. So it's not a big deal if I lead this person on, or if I'm non-committal here, or I don't do something. But once you get to your 30s, you're like, I've wasted so much fucking time on so many dumbasses that, like,
Yeah.
just tell me straight up. Are you in or are you out? Do you at least want to go out? Do you not? Do you want to show up on time? Do you not? Do you want to, like, hang out?
We don't got to get married. We don't got to date, but are you like,
on the other hand,
are we vibe matching?
yeah, do you want to figure this out or do you not want to figure this out?
On the other
You
hand,
know?
though, like, where are they at, right? I mean, like, maybe they just want to have a good time, right? Maybe
is cool.
Is it okay? Like,
Yeah.
right now, you meet somebody, they're like,
But save that up front. Save someone the time. Be like, hey, I'm not looking to do this, but we can still hang out. Cool. Thank you for being direct and telling me.
I got you.
Yeah.
So you
Because
like
if-
day one, before you even find
Like-
out anything about them, about anything
Yeah.
about their vibes. Like, all right, boom, I meet you day one. Hey, my name is Lauren. Hey, all I want to do is hang out. And like, I think it happens over time. I don't think
Save me the
anybody-
headache of trying to
You're
figure
right.
this
That
out.
doesn't.
It
It's not
just
natural for that to happen.
It's not natural,
Yeah.
okay? Like,
They
that's what
won't.
I'm saying. Like, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, straight up, it's just not usually happening like that.
I'm not
this day and
saying that,
age.
like, you need
You're
to,
right.
like,
It takes time to
confess
find out
who
what
you
they want
are.
or what they don't want, and I think that's perfectly okay. You cannot really hold a grudge over someone.
I don't.
For
I don't
no
hold.
way.
I don't hold grudges.
Not
over
at all.
things like
I'm not
that.
saying
That's
grudge.
not
I'm
even
sorry.
what I
grudge
mean.
might have
So
been too strong. My bad.
I'm probably
sorry.
not explaining myself correctly.
I'm sorry.
But I will say that, like, playing the game of figuring out, like, are they or aren't they? Is this something or is it not? Does this mean anything? Like, all right, so let me talk about being online. Like, everyone is probably having multiple conversations with multiple different people.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm having a conversation with this person. They're kind of entertaining. I feel something more with this person. Being able to say, and I've done this multiple times, hey, I'm feeling a vibe with somebody else. It's not you, but, you know, I'm probably going to pursue that and not you. And
Have you
I
ever
feel
came
like,
back after that didn't work out?
No, because
All right.
I told them,
You fucked
hey,
it up.
well, okay. Well, that's part of also the downfall of online dating is that, like, there's so many options always, and that it's the game of just pursuing everything.
Do you ever feel like you're just feeding people?
What do you mean?
Like just feeding them attention.
Just feeding them food. Like, I'm taking you out and I'm buying your meal. No, I think this
Yes.
all the
And
time.
we might
I was
have
just
sex
telling you
after-
this
Yeah, yeah.
yesterday.
No,
were, yeah, we
I was
were.
like,
I've-
do you just feel like you're feeding a bitch for 6 months and you're like, okay,
It
like,
doesn't
I'm
last
done
6 months,
feeding you.
but yes, I have definitely
That's
left.
about 6 meals. not
Yeah.
6
No.
meals.
It hasn't even lasted 6 meals. You find that out pretty early on.
Like a
Because,
couple
like,
meals?
the last time I was on there, I met a chick that we, like, related on real life stuff, like serious things.
Yeah, cool.
Right? And I was like, all right, well, cool. And we went and grabbed drinks, met each other, and was like, oh, this is cool. And then we did something else and did something else. And I was, like, kind of tired of paying for shit because I was getting broke. And
That'll happen.
Do these ladies not ever offer to pay?
sometimes they offer. Sometimes, most of the time, they don't.
Yeah.
Really?
And even when they
Really?
do, like especially early on, like
It's
so ingrained in males to like not let that happen.
That's true.
but it's also probably guaranteed you won't hear from them again if you're like, hey, you want to split this? That's
a
that's
no-no.
that's a
In the
no.
online
Yeah,
world.
you
That's
don't
a
do that.
future
Yeah.
no.
I never did
I
that.
don't know. Like,
I mean,
I feel-
the only person that's ever paid for a meal for me that has been like the girl that I dated for 7 years. You know what I mean? In 7
I guess
years, you pay for a meal one time.
I'll
you
be
know
honest.
what I mean?
Like, I mean, obviously, I've never done. Not obviously. Like,
Right.
I've never done online dating.
Yeah.
I've done
Fucking
very minimal.
Josh and I've been together for almost 10 years now. Like, I don't know if
I don't
online
have a
dating
Facebook.
existed.
You know, I don't know how to.
I will say during a pandemic, it
I have
got a lot
IG and
easier.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Has it?
Because my move was, I'll get a bottle of wine. Let's go to the park. Let's sit in the viewing section. And if we time
There's
it
a
correctly,
viewing section in the
My
park?
question is, how long before?
There's something to view at the park.
you pick
Always.
a park,
I was just curious what the view was.
a river over the trees.
A river.
And if you time it correctly, it's probably close to sundown.
Jay.
You just hang out. and
Banging
you-
in the park.
No, we don't bang in the park, but you
Just a
know,
little
if,
finger.
Jason,
Yeah.
my thing is like, how long?
Little dwiddle.
How long before
Little
you?
come here, you know what I'm
Little
saying?
diddle.
A little bit of come here.
How many
Josh.
dates before you get heavy? Right? Like, how long
don't
does it
know.
take for you to let the guard down? For you know what I mean, to start letting the person know more and more about yourself, right? Like, of course, it's all light when you first start, right? Like, you don't start
No.
out heavy, I don't think. Right?
No.
He started out
No.
fucking heavy.
No, that's not my style
You're like,
because
boom, right up.
the
Depends on
chick
the
the chick I went on 3 dates with.
She like, yeah.
We-
Life story
we-
by then.
We related day one on really heavy shit
That's what I'm wondering. I wasn't sure like how long before it got
because
heavy.
I will confess that stuff. It's whatever.
I'm the same way.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
for
But-
me usually
but when shit stopped was when I was like, hey, can we just like next time, because like we would hang out and at the end when I drop her off she'd be like, let's hang out again. I'm like, oh, let's hang out again. All right, so then I would like try and figure something else out. And then the last time I dropped her off I was like, hey, she said let's hang out again, and I was like, all right, well, let's just like chill, like hang out, order a pizza, watch a movie or something like that. And then that's when she hit me with later on when I was trying to set something up, hey, I don't think I'm ready to date right now and all this other bullshit, which made me think that either she was trying to figure out if she was interested in me or I was just taking her out, you know?
do you think that
Maybe
maybe,
she met
just
somebody
maybe
else online.
it started out
Yeah.
too heavy?
If you're no.
You know, they like heavy started out just too much.
She confessed some shit to me that I could relate to, and
I
then we
gotcha.
went back and forth.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
No,
that's
but like that's when you're like, all right, this is why like I have no barometer now for signals.
yeah.
If we can relate on something that's like really deep and intense, and I think it means something,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to ask to hang out again, and we keep doing that, and then you shut it off and say, oh, I don't think I'm ready to do this. What's that even fucking mean? You know? And I think that's because of, especially if you meet people online, it's a disposable experience. It's a
Yeah.
fucking game. Like the sell is you come here to find a relationship.
Yeah.
But the business of the app is not to get everyone hooked up.
Nah, that's
Well, no, 'cause it would
counterproductive for the
die.
app. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the app. Yeah.
It's like diet culture.
And the first time
Right.
you meet somebody you love him, it's like, all right, well, he's
if
not
this
coming
diet
back.
works, you
Yeah,
fatties
right?
would stop spending money on this
Yeah,
shit.
right. And they made cars that ran
So I don't
on
spend money on that
air.
shit.
Then
Right.
That's why I'm not
why
getting
don't we
dates on
need
Tinder,
gas?
you know?
Yeah, I know.
I need you back at this gas station.
If I had a phone that lasted me 10 years, I wouldn't need all these other phones.
and we got lights that
You
ran
know?
on fucking the shit, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't need.
No,
Well,
I hear
shit.
you. But I'm with you on talking about heavy stuff early on, because usually I don't meet up with people, especially on the online things, or I don't hang out with people unless I already feel that connection. Like I know when I'm I don't connect with a ton of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So when I do connect with somebody, like I'm ready to just kind of, you know, tell them why I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? And maybe that's a flaw, but
no, that's
not.
selective.
It's
To me,
not.
it's a selective process.
that's the molten steel. You know
like
what I'm saying?
if I can confess who I am
The
early
lukewarm
on,
still.
and you
Molten
respond
steel.
positively, then okay, I'm seen or whatever people want to say. But
Yeah.
like, you should find that out early
I
on.
fucking love some good shared trauma. Good shared trauma. How
Honestly,
you fall in love.
yeah.
Yo, you're broken. I'm broken.
Yeah.
Let's like be broken together.
I feel like I
Love tonight,
yeah.
because we're both depressed.
Listen, I mean, that's
Alright.
big facts.
Yes.
That's big fact energy.
Sure.
right there.
So you're getting something ready over there.
And what that?
Because we do need to move along.
I think we could talk about what we're talking about for hours and
Hours and hours.
it can come back up
Hours.
again.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
yeah.
However, we do have a very special segment.
Oh my.
Marry, fuck, kill.
Let's go. It's
Let's
Valentine's Day.
Marry, fuck, kill. I have some names of people that we know in this cup.
Do we want to do
Just kidding, they're celebrities.
Do we want to get my ladies?
These are our personal friends.
Do we want to get my ladies out of the way because it's too boring?
No, you got to pick,
Go
bro.
ahead.
All right, we'll
Let's-
do the cup of ladies.
So we're
Let's
picking
go
3
ahead
each.
And let Jason do the one that he put in our itinerary. Because I know you thought about it and I know how much you love Olivia Wilde and you're going to marry her. So hit us with the 3. Who you got? Marry, fuck, kill. Hit us with your 3.
Well, this is fun. I like it that you said that way. My 3 is Lizzie Kaplan, Olivia Wilde, Natalie Portman.
Lizzie Kaplan. Wow.
You got to marry Portman.
I'm killing Portman
You gotta kill Portman because. Oh God!
Marry Natalie Portman.
I would
Really
marry
fuck
him.
her.
In previous years, it might have been a Mary Portland, but like Portman has kind of had some experiences. She probably put up a good fight, right? So
Garden State Natalie
take her
Portman?
out.
Jay likes the fight when he's in the
fight
dungeon.
is good.
You better fight me when we get back to the dungeon,
Can
Portman.
I don't know who Lizzie Kaplan.
Kaplan,
I don't-
the girl in
Tub Time Machine.
our favorite or
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. She
blonde
was
girl?
She was the girlfriend of Joseph Gordon-Levitt and the
Have
night
you seen
before,
Hot Tub Time Machine?
right?
All right.
Is she the blonde girl in Mean Girls?
Okay.
Brown hair.
Brunette.
She's
Oh,
always-
yeah. The weather girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the other blonde girl.
But if
I know
you've
you're
seen
talking
Hot
about.
Tub Time Machine, it's the one that he
It's
meets
not-
at
no.
the concert. and all
Right.
that
So what are you
stuff,
doing
right?
with her? You fucking her? You marrying her?
I'm marrying her.
Yes, you do. Lizzie Kaplan. Lizzie Kaplan. I love that
I'm marrying
bitch.
her too. Now that
God.
I know who she is.
This is
White guy
She's
moment.
my people. Like
sorry.
I feel like
White
she
guy
would,
moment.
She's a region.
Yeah. I was gonna
she
say.
would
I was
keep
gonna
it
say.
interesting
pretty white.
all the
Yeah.
time. You know, just like
God damn.
enough of the-
Well, then if
The
that-
coordination
if-
just wasn't there.
Then you're right. I think, we marrying Lizzie.
Yep.
We
We're fucking Olivia Wilde. Oh
and
my
we
god.
killing Natalie Portman.
Kill that bitch.
Yes.
Yes.
Give me
Nat,
a
I'll-
lightsaber
Nat, I'll take you,
or
baby.
whatever.
Oh, for God,
I've been in love with you since you were Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love
I'm a
that.
Star Wars nerd.
I just feel
I'd
like-
never kill Queen Amidala.
Natalie Portman is so boring.
You're breaking my heart.
That's how I felt about it.
I've only seen her in a couple of things.
Never seen Garden State, clearly.
No.
You never seen Revenge of the Sith?
Have you ever seen Blue Mountain State?
Yeah, I love that show.
Have you ever seen V for Vendetta, Black Swan?
No.
Yeah, Black
No, I haven't.
Swan. But she's not the
I heard my girl
sexy
Jackie-
in Black Swan.
Jackie from
You gotta pick
that 70s
3.
shows in
Yeah,
that.
so
right?
I got
All right,
3
everybody,
on my
listen
Marry,
up.
Fuck, Kill right now.
Ronnie drew 3. Who
Uh,
you got?
So I'm probably gonna kill Cardi B.
Wait, listen.
Wait,
Well,
listen,
read them.
Yeah, no, I'll read them as I tell you what I'm doing to them.
Oh,
Do you?
Cardi B, probably gonna kill her.
Yeah, you gotta kill her sometimes.
All right, I probably fuck Ryan Reynolds
Hey.
Yeah, he's got
because he'd
gin.
just be a good
He's got that
fuck.
Yeah.
gin. Yeah.
He played Deadpool.
And then marry Barack Obama for the money.
Hey! Barack Obama!
Just for the money.
Barack Obama!
I don't gotta agree with
For the
everything on
conversation.
politics, you know what I mean? But I can take his money.
So
that's
and you get
next.
to meet Michelle.
I'll finish.
Oh.
You do your thing.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
you.
Whoa.
we keep
Jay
going.
had his
Keep
pre-can.
Yeah, he already had his.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we got some names in here. We can do another round, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, this is unfortunate for you because I put this in for you, Josh. LeBron,
LeBron
Mm-hmm.
and LeBron.
Kim K, and Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman twice?
Well, I made
The queen
this
cannot be
list.
denied.
I made
you know.
this list before I
You
saw
can't deny
Jay's
the queen.
thing,
Yeah.
Damn. All right. I'm killing Natalie. I'm fucking Kim, and I'm marrying LeBron.
There you go.
Anakin Skywalker
Because
wouldn't
I
let
want
you
to be in
guys kill
Space
Natalie.
Jam too.
All right, what I got over there?
There you go.
All right, here we go. Play a little game. Little game.
Play your little game.
There we go here. One down, and one down, and one more down.
Oh, I see one.
Yeah.
He won.
All right. Mark Ruffalo. Matt Damon.
You like Mark Ruffalo? Oh, it's so
Well,
dreamy.
And The Rock.
But Mark Ruffalo because him. You know?
All right. First off, I'm going to murder Matt Damon because he brought Ben Affleck into the goddamn cinematic universe. All right? Fuck you, buddy. All right?
like Ben Affleck.
I love all the things you do, but you brought Ben into the goddamn world of fucking...
Yeah, fuck Matt Damon.
Right? All right. I'm going to have to fuck Mark Ruffalo because you know you
The
are
Hulk.
the person who made
Yeah.
my favorite superhero
Yeah.
all time that describes me as a being because
Wow. Look at those eyes right
I
He's
They're
like,
doughy.
yeah, I'm fucking myself.
the Hulk is like the
Feels so
person
good.
I'm telling you, he's a Leo. He's a secret Leo, dude.
I relate to the most, right? I'm just built full of fire and I'm just waiting for it all to burst out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anytime we need a fight, I'll be there.
We do be marrying The Rock.
Man, we got to marry the Rock
Yeah,
because I mean, at the end of the day,
his
if we
smile.
had to
Constant
pick,
positivity.
He can save you
know?
from any natural disaster.
he's pretty
jacked.
much. I mean, I don't know. Like people say, like I think he's like might be my spirit animal. I hear the kids say that.
I've never heard anybody say that you're anything like The Rock. But
No, I said he's my spirit animal. Is that not how that works? Is that I don't know. Does the spirit animal have to be like you? I don't know how it works. Does it say
Hand that
like
cup over. Hand that cup over. Jay's got to go. Jay's got to
All
go.
he already
Like-
went.
Wait, but I didn't have a.
Pick from the
I didn't have a
You need a
random.
rando.
I didn't have a
Yeah.
random swig. You know. All right.
After you're done,
See
bounce it
what
back
we
to me
got.
real quick. I got a couple things to say.
Kelly Clarkson. I did jam out to Kelly Clarkson. Jay-Z. Nicki Minaj.
Oh, I'm fucking Nicki Minaj
I
all
do
day.
Oh damn day!
All
You
day.
definitely
Queen.
flipping that bitch over like a pancake.
God damn, anaconda! My anaconda dope! My anaconda dope!
All right.
Oh,
Let's do this.
all right, get him, Jay.
Kelly Clarkson can eat a dick, so
She
Wow.
She is a saint.
Since she's been gone,
She did.
I guess she done. I guess she's
Wow.
been gone.
Sorry,
no, we're
Kelly.
gonna kill Jay-Z.
No,
No.
Nicki Minaj can rock my world, and I'll marry Jay-Z
For the
because
money.
He's got that lady is kind of attached, right?
You get Queen
Wow.
Bee.
It's an open relationship, is it
true.
not?
All that's
Is it
gonna
not?
happen in that relationship is Jay-Z's gonna be fucking you in the ass while Beyonce watches in the corner.
But will she watch?
Will she
Clothes?
watch naked? Yeah, I know.
She ain't sorry.
My man.
She ain't
Like, I
sorry.
can come if I'm looking at an ancient Beyonce.
All right, all right.
All right.
No,
we
no,
had
no,
fun
wait.
with that.
Wait one
Yeah.
second. I just want to
What
make
do you
sure.
have to say?
For me, like if it honestly was real life, you know, if we were thinking about doing our marry, fuck, kill, all right, I'd marry LeBron, I'd fuck LeBron, and I'd kill LeBron. Okay, the reason I would do so is because after we fucked, right? I mean, it'd be great at first, you know what I mean, and then he would end up marrying me, but I ended up having to kill him because I knew for a fact
He'd be all
that
passive
he
aggressive on the
did not
internet.
love me as much as I love him. Okay, fact is fact is fact. Okay,
True.
All right.
True.
You wouldn't.
All right.
True.
He would not love
We
you.
get it. We get it. We get it.
Yeah.
But we do have some questions
From
from
fans.
our fans, our
I
audience.
don't know if they're. I don't want to say
They're not
fans.
fans. There are people.
Fans.
They're
Yeah,
rejects.
from our people.
Our rejects.
From our people.
Our rejects.
Let's
From
do
our
it.
people.
Let's
Yeah.
figure it out.
I got them pulled up. Do you
What
want
do
me
they
to?
got?
Hit it-
I
hit
got
us.
the names pulled up and.
We won't say names.
We'll say names, but let's
I'll
get the
say who
questions
asked
out.
it.
Thank you for the submissions. We will
Yeah,
be doing
for
this
sure.
more
Yeah,
often.
Right. Yeah. Because they might be in relationships that they don't want to talk about.
So the first one is my boy. I know you said don't say names, but it's my boy.
That's okay. If you
My
know
boy
that,
Alec.
yeah, I mean-
Thanks for the submission, Alec.
Yeah.
He says, is compatibility as important as chemistry or vice versa? So what's more important, or are they equal? Chemistry or compatibility?
I don't know the difference, but I would say chemistry will carry you.
Well,
Early.
Compatibility. I mean, like to where you're both into the same shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be into the kind of the same things. You can't be like total polar opposites. Like,
Are you saying?
I like snow, she likes ice.
But are you saying chemistry is purely physical then?
Well, I think chemistry is that initial spark,
Yes.
and which comes and goes. You know what I mean? And it is good to have that chemistry, but I think compatibility is like long-term
Yes.
goals.
Are you guys-
That's how I'm.
I would say the
Life is a-
conversation should
I
be
disagree.
like
Life is a journey. You want to make sure you're still on the same road, right? That's what I'm saying, right? I feel like if you're both on different roads, you're going different ways, then of course you will eventually grow apart.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I
if the
think that's a
question
big-
is like passion versus long term or diligence.
That's how
That's-
I'm thinking
Whatever.
about it. That's,
That's
how I'm
not the
interpreting
question.
it. What is
That's
the
not
question?
the question.
Compatibility.
All right.
Let's get
I
rid
know.
of it.
So I'm
Let's let-
going all
let's let-
chemistry all
let's
day.
let
all
Jesse
chemistry
dig
all
into
day.
it, 'cause she's already figured
Come
it
on,
out.
wordsmith. Let's go. Chemistry number one.
Wow.
Catty.
Is it not what we're
Yo,
doing?
Catty jail
No,
here.
I didn't. I was just. I
Oh.
thought I was playing along.
Tell us, Jess.
Chemistry.
Tell us what's the right answer.
And that is the secret to a successful relationship, gentlemen.
Everybody, and we're done. Quack, quack.
Nah, tell us. Come on.
Hit me. Help me, Tom Cruise.
Chemistry is not just at the beginning.
Okay.
Agreed.
Facts.
Chemistry is an ongoing connection you have with somebody.
Frequency.
I think this question, I get the question, but also like they're of equal importance.
He needs one.
They're of equal importance. If I'm marrying like somebody who is completely on the opposite end of the political or religious spectrum as me, like we're not going to be compatible.
Sure.
Yes.
Also, like we're gonna have chemistry right off the bat, but like Josh and I've been together for 10 years. We need to continue to have chemistry together. We do.
Yep.
We vibe with each other.
Yes.
And that's just as important as having similar interests. But like, I don't necessarily think you shouldn't have all the same similar interests.
No.
And I think that is important. And that goes into one of our other questions about, that a fan submitted about like important things in a relationship. Like,
Yes.
you shouldn't have the same interests. Like, I've really enjoyed some of the things Josh has introduced me to over the years. Like,
Absolutely.
like he's really into certain things that I don't know anything about. And what's really cool is when like you can introduce someone to
Harry
something.
Potter.
Harry Potter is one of them.
Always.
Fantasy football.
Yeah.
Like introducing someone to something that you are really passionate about and
Yeah.
love. And if that person accepts it and they're like, man, I love that you love this so much. Help me
Yes.
understand this.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you can then you develop chemistry with that as well. Like, I think chemistry develops over time. Obviously there's an initial connection that you have with somebody on like a physical and a psychological basis. But like chemistry evolves and develops over time, or it should, or things get fucking boring.
I agree.
Yes.
And once things get boring, like you're dead.
Cheat on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Cheat on me.
Can you
Make something
imagine
happen.
what a nightmare it would be for you to be exactly the same?
no,
And to
difference is the driving factor of any
Yeah.
relationship.
It
And
helps you
anything
grow.
that's successful.
Right?
The
You need,
same
you need a
is
baseline,
bad.
but like
Yes.
someone being passionate about something you haven't thought about before
Yes.
is interesting, or
Yes.
at least it should be.
And it's sexy.
you know, yeah.
It's fucking sexy.
The fact that someone is passionate about anything,
Yes.
you know, it's like
Yeah.
passion itself is attractive.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
passion fades.
sure,
It comes in waves.
It
but
does.
it's not. We're not necessarily talking about like passion for each other. It's like someone's
Yeah.
relationship to something.
Just having fire
that
for
is like,
something
for
in general.
something
Yes.
at their core.
Get
This
you
is who
going.
I am.
You
Yes.
just said
This is
that.
what I
You
like.
feed off people's energy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not trying to regurgitate. I'm trying to understand. Figure fucking shit out right now.
Next question. All right.
The next one comes from another
Thank
Jessica.
you. Good
I won't
question.
name her last name because you said maybe not, and I don't know this girl. But she says, how do you get rid of guys who won't leave you alone after you've told them no multiple times?
I tell you right now, all right, this right here is for all the guys out there trying to hit up chicks, okay? The biggest thing somebody can do for you is silence. If you text a woman, a lady, right, and they don't respond, that's the text right there. That right there is the biggest thing they've said to you. If you text somebody and they don't respond, that was an answer already,
Yeah.
right? I think that right there's a big thing that a lot of guys don't get. So they're like, boom, boom, boom. They keep blasting. It's like, no, that was the answer, you idiot. All right, back off. Like, go find someone else. Like, if you're sitting here doing this multiple times, where you're sending a girl all these things and they don't say anything, that's your polite way of saying, I am not interested, and that's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
Move on. It's okay.
I would say early on it's tone and directness. If you say no, thank you,
That doesn't
I'm not
work.
interested. That's one.
It does with some people.
So it should be the first level, right?
With a level-headed human being, yes.
Right.
Sure.
yeah.
But I think at some point, if you feel like your message is not being heard, you should probably ask for help.
Yeah.
You as a female have never been in a position, because you're not a female, with
But we're talking about how to
somebody-
get guys to stop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
being a guy, you don't know what it's like for a female to say no and be assertive and be loud, and that male continue to try to court you or whatever.
Well, that brings me to like a message to guys, like, because I'm with you, Jay. Like, if you are assertive with me, if you're wishy-washy and then you're hitting me up the next couple days looking for attention, yada yada yada, I'm gonna get a little confused. I'm gonna think there's still something going on. I don't know what's happening.
And then it becomes cold steel.
But if you say I'm
and
happening,
then you don't
it's
want
happening.
that. You don't want that.
No, they do want cold steel. That's the
Okay.
thing.
They all
That's
want
the
cold
problem.
steel.
They all want cold steel.
They all want it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm the kind of guy like you. If you say no to me, if you reject me, just straight up, I'm gonna leave you alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of girls and women are afraid to do that because they have all these experiences with guys where, well, I said no to him, and now he's calling me a bitch and saying a bunch of nasty things about me.
I
So,
know
like,
that.
guys, stop doing that because you're fucking up me. Like, I'm trying to be clear with these women, and they won't tell me no or yes because you called them a bitch 2 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yes. But at the end of the day, a no answer is an answer.
You're sticking to that answer.
It's still an answer.
A no answer,
No,
for sure.
I got you.
But a no answer and then hitting you up
My
12 hours later.
My secondary.
Don't worry about the lights.
Got dark again.
We're changing flavors.
The goddamn dungeon's draining all the goddamn batteries.
Move on to the next question.
No.
next
Because
question.
Jesse, you had yesterday when we talked about this question, you had the best answer. How do you get a
What did I
guy?
say?
You said, "Tell me you have a dick."
Oh yeah, I have a peen. I have a sausage. Leave me the fuck alone. You like that?
That's not gonna work for every guy. Like me.
No.
That's not gonna work
No, it's
for
not.
every guy.
Everybody's different.
If I like you, I like you. All right. I don't care if you have a dick, you have a clit. I don't give a fuck. Like
Sometimes
if I
gotta
like
get
you,
nasty.
I like you.
You're a
right?
liar,
Yeah.
but all right.
You're lying.
You're a liar, but
Lies.
okay.
All right.
Now Josh is lying.
All right. Another question that came through Snap. One thing about dates, right? Even if you're later on in a relationship, how do you keep it fresh? How do you keep things going, even though you've been together for a while? And the importance in this.
I'm gonna say, like, if you've been together for a while,
Google that shit.
you know a lot of things that
Just look it
that
up.
she's done. You know a lot of things that you've done. Start picking out event themed dates that neither of you have done. Go experience new things with each other. And like, that's not always easy. Like, even Googling, like, what are you Googling? Things that I haven't done. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
but just put the
yeah.
effort in to figure out some shit that y'all can go experience new together.
Yes.
Cute.
I think that was a big thing.
Ladies.
Yeah, for me, it was like music festivals. Like I never went to concerts, and Jess was really good about taking me to new music festivals. Like
Josh
Loop
had
Fest.
never been to a concert.
She did my first concert was Kid Cudi, right? And I was like, oh my goodness, like this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? To where I've like known all these rappers and known all their music, and now I'm actually like seeing them live, and I was like, it changed everything. You know, eventually, we went to more and more.
Something I've wanted to do is a sushi rolling class, and I've always set it up in my mind that I'm going to like schedule this for somebody. And I've talked about it with multiple people, and it's never come to fruition.
That sounds amazing.
Next
So
week,
it
Jason
is-
and I are doing sushi rolling.
It is.
We might, next podcast, we might talk about it.
Oh yeah. What about you, Jess?
I concur with what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Try new things.
try new things. Like, travel
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
super important. I think like a change of scenery is important. Like concerts and all these experiences, like
Yeah.
amazing, absolutely. But like, I thought like going on our honeymoon and like going like traveling outside of the country together. Josh had also never been outside of the country,
It
which
was
is crazy.
incredibly
like,
stressful, but it paid out. Okay,
Josh was freaking
I
out.
I didn't know what to do. One time, like we were at the airport, they called her name to get searched. I was like, "She's leaving me. I don't know where to go. I don't know what's
Now, to
going
give
on."
you some context, we were flying home from Mexico, and I got
Randomly,
They were like,
I got a random search, and
she could be a Mexican. we gotta make sure.
Jess got super tan in Mexico.
Yeah, she did. We might pull the-
And
I might-
they pulled.
I'm gonna throw you the honeymoon pics. You throw them up on there.
Well, we got separated, so he's like, "What do you mean? Like, you have to leave me?" I was like, "You're gonna be okay."
But I just met this
fine.
Mexican girl. What do you mean? You're taking her away from me?
I had to go elsewhere. He had to get on the plane, board the plane by himself.
Oh man, that was a
And
thing.
you needed that too.
I
Like, you
did.
needed
I
that
grew. I grew a bit
experience.
that day, right?
Yeah.
Like, right? Like I am strong, but like I mean, I'm strong. Like where
Am I
know my
as strong
ground.
as customs? You know what I mean? Like,
Josh couldn't smoke, no cigs.
Oh man, I like to suck down my heaters.
No, that's a fun question. I think
Yeah.
newness is the spice of healthy long term.
Yeah. Keep it fresh. Keep it fresh for ladies and men, right? I think your guys should surprise you here and there. I think the ladies should also surprise here and there as well.
so that's like a perfect lead in to what I think we should just wrap it up on a fun note. We've
Let's
hit some
do it.
heavy times.
Yeah,
And this is the last like friend question. This is from our girl Nessa yesterday, and you put it on here. And it's like
I
my
did.
favorite one. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna start it off because I said it as soon as she said it yesterday.
Queen Vanessa.
How long into dating someone do you share your kinks? And my initial response to that was, I'm choking a bitch on the first night.
Yeah.
Y'all take it.
For me, I hit it right the first time, so I'll be allowed back again. The first time's gonna be the best time.
The second time I might be a little lazy, but that first
Yeah,
time,
the first time.
however long you want it,
Hey,
First
it's
time.
there.
First time, I'm nervous, so I'm not gonna nut. I'll be,
I'm
Yeah.
1,000%
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. The first time I have sex with anyone is
Yeah.
like the best time.
I agree.
Even
Yeah.
if it's outside of a lesbian bar in Covington, like
I don't know about all that,
Been there, done that. Roses, shout out to
and
Roses.
that's my answer.
Yeah.
but that's your answer. Jay, how long-
lesbian bar.
How long until you expose them
Never
kinks to the
forget.
girl?
No, it's day one, right?
Day one,
You
yeah.
know, like right
See
off
if you can
rip.
get freaky.
Well, you're
It's
kind
like
of
flamingos,
you're
inflatables.
you're there.
Acid.
You're with each other. You know, you're doing your thing, but then
Drugs.
you're also like exploring. Like, will they let me do this? Oh, that's cool. Will they let me do this? You're not like confessing kinks. You're just exploring. Can I do my
You're just
kink?
like,
right?
do you like
Can
when
I
I
go
choke
this
you or not?
far?
Yeah. Where's
Will
your,
you-
where's the stopping
Can we
point?
go to
you
my
know?
dungeon?
Yeah, indeed. Like,
Do you or do you not like my index finger in your asshole?
yeah.
Do you want red
That's a no?
handprints on your
Okay,
ass
that's
cheek
a
or
no.
not?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
whoop.
I can dial it back. I can dial it up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Matching energy.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think what we found out with this last fun question is we're all fucking freaks.
Right? And before if we're doing asshole, make sure you're not just throwing it in there.
Oh.
Circle around a couple times and then go in. All right.
Yeah.
Let them know you're.
we'll
Let them know
spit
you're
on
in the
it.
area. Just
You know,
yeah, exactly. Right.
You're
Like,
teasing.
exactly.
You're like creeping in, and like, well, they haven't said no yet. Not yet. I guess we're here now.
There we
All
go.
right, cool.
Right.
This is good to
Circle
go.
around the block a couple
So-
times, then go into the cul-de-sac.
If only relationships were as easy as anal sex, like, maybe we would all be in a better place.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All
Well,
right.
well, with
Cheers,
that-
we killed it.
rejects.
Another
Cheers.
one in the books. Valentine's Day podcast.
Happy
Yeah.
Valentine's Day,
Happy
y'all.
Valentine's
I hope
Day.
you have a good one.
Jason,
Roses for
this
all.
rose is for you.
Aw, this is
Yeah,
adorable.
let's all pull out a rose.
Hey.
Yeah.
You don't have to celebrate Valentine's Day with a spouse, right?
Hell nah.
Yeah.
Celebrate with the people you love. I love every
Indeed.
single person at this table. Happy,
Likewise.
happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
You guys
Valentine's
are my
Day.
best
Yes.
friends.
Best
I love you guys.
friends. Yes.
God damn. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
you tell him
Oh,
more than
What's the next episode about? We don't know.
God.
We'll probably go back to the
Stop.
format of the
We don't
first
know.
one.
We're the
Thanks.
rejects.
We're gonna be
good
bullshit.
at nothing and
Yeah.
great at everything, baby. Let's go.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Subscribe,
Yes.
like, follow
Like,
the Instagram,
do
what you
all
wanna
that
do.
shit.
Yeah, even
Another
not.
one
Hope
in
you
the
have a
books.
wonderful Valentine's Day with either your friends or your girl or your guy or whatever it is.
Yeah.
See you next week on the 4th therapy session of Your Rejects
Brah.
Podcast.
Brah.
Brah, 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 brah. Pow, 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 pow.
All right, that'll do.
That'll do.
Hey.